about who shot him. I just want him back. I don't want him dead.
Chef Daniel Brophy. He was a well-liked, popular instructor. He'd been working at the Oregon Culinary Institute for over 10 years. And he was beloved by his students. He was the face of the institute. The 2nd of June 2018, he was first in. He had a good bit of prep to do. Shortly after 7 a.m., he went in, he opened the locks, he disarmed the alarms. A fellow staff member arrived minutes after Dan, and she was the one who found him.
911, he's an older man. All right, is he conscious right now? No, he is not conscious.
Dan Brophy had been shot twice. Once in the back and again in the chest. Both bullets went through his heart.
Beloved teacher at the Oregon Culinary Institute is gunned down at the school.
Students found 63-year-old Daniel Brophy on the floor.
It didn't look like a robbery, and it didn't seem like there had been any kind of struggle. Police would cordon off the scene. Dan Brophy's wife arrived.
Dan is your husband, is that correct? I just want to let you know. I believe it's Dan that's been killed.
Yeah, I kind of got that when everybody getting the sad sack.
Yeah.
Even if you find who shot him, he's not going to bring him back. And I want him back. That's the part I want. I don't care about who shot him. I just want him back. I don't want him dead.
Dan and Nancy had been married for 19 years. A native Texan, after graduating from both the University of Houston and the University of Indiana, she upped sticks and she moved to Portland. In the early 90s, she attended a culinary institute, and it was there that she met Chef Dan Brophy. Nancy Crampton would become Nancy Crampton Brophy in 1999. Nancy's real love was writing, and it is here that we meet her magnum opus series, Wrong Never Felt So Right. A series beginning in 2011 till 2017. It never really sold well, it wasn't a mega hit. She had her own website, nancybrophyauthor.com. Writers are liars. I don't remember who said that, but it's not true. She wrote about giving advice as a published author, her love of the Great British Baking Show. She wrote How to Murder Your Husband. In the wider context, it's interesting reading, but pretty bland to be fair. I spend a lot of time thinking about murder, and consequently, about police procedure. I don't like jumpsuits, and orange isn't my color. What's your motives, huh? Financial? This is big. And then, how are you gonna do it? Gun? Well, she says it's loud, messy. Dan and Nancy were supposedly inseparable.
He had a heart of gold, and everybody here knows that. He was really a special human being.
They gathered outside the Oregon Culinary Institute for the man they called Chef Brophy.
There was a vigil, Nancy was there, but an investigation needed to begin. Someone had followed Dan into that back kitchen. The locks were open, the alarm was off, and no one else was around. They shot him in the back, and then when he fell down, they shot him again. Just a few days after the murder of Chef Dan Brophy, Nancy Brophy called the lead detective. She was asking for something very specific.
My insurance company said, just have the detective write a letter that you're no longer a suspect. And I'm not sure that he looks at it that way, but if you do, I get you to write the letter. They don't want to pay if it turns out that I secretly slipped down to the school and shot my husband.
I've never heard of that being done.
This was only $40,000. We weren't insured for millions.
What she didn't tell the police was that he had more than one policy, adding up to about $800,000. And then when the detectives found the How to Murder Your Husband blog post, they wondered. They searched Nancy's house. Dan was determined to have been murdered with a Glock handgun, and Nancy told the police she had a Glock handgun, but it hadn't been used. Nancy had been busy. She had been going around buying different parts of a Glock handgun. If she fired bullets, she could just swap the barrel, and you couldn't tell it had been used. CCTV from the surrounding businesses showed Nancy driving around the area of the Oregon Culinary Institute the time Dan was killed. She had said she was home.
Detectives later found this bookmark page on the couple's iPhone account, titled 10 Ways to Cover Up a Murder.
Nancy Brophy was arrested in September 2018. Over 3.5 years later, in April 2022, she went on trial. Nancy, I believe, she had begun to fall in love with her own creations. She wanted the excitement that she wrote about. She wanted the money. She wanted to move somewhere exotic. Dan, not so much, so Dan had to go.
Nancy Brophy was blessed with a true partner who always looked out for her and always looked forward to a future with her.
She pleaded not guilty. The defense tried to say someone else did it, a homeless guy caught on CCTV, and Nancy herself got on up there. She didn't do great.
So allow me to apologize for the fact that I am misleading you here, and that was not intentional.
And so now you're a gun collector?
No. Now I have a piece of writing information research.
You said you didn't take any steps to try to build this gun.
I did not. It was for writing. It was not to, she would have it murder my husband.
What about her being on camera when she said she was home? Oh dear, she said, I forgot I did drive to get a Starbucks.
You do agree that that is you at this point, right?
You know, I do. I would find a place to park and I'd jot down ideas.
But there's no charge for Starbucks on the morning of June 2nd.
You know, if I had cash, I could have paid cash. Keep in mind that I don't have my purse with me because I'm not carrying a purse.
She didn't do any better when she said things like this.
That's your version of what happened. I know I didn't kill Dan with the gun that was put together, the gun that wasn't put together, or the slide that we can't find. I think your case is held together with, real frankly, Band-Aids.
Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think I'm done. Probably more than I want to be.
Isn't it possible?
I don't know even how to defend myself against the truth.
Trying to defend herself from the truth, that's a good one.
Count 1, murder in the second degree, guilty. The sentence is a life sentence. I'll order that you be considered for parole after 25 years.
She's currently 72, so that's a death sentence. The whole story is crazy. Her own books are more believable. Take care of each other and yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you doing so, being here with this guy.
Now you gotta ask yourself, why did you bring your book to real life? I mean, it's sad to hear that she brought her book to real life on how to actually murder your husband, and then she gonna try to manipulate, you know what I'm saying, the interrogators and stuff like that, and whatever contradict her words, go back and forth with what if, what is it, this and that. Ain't nobody got time for that, lady. You killed your husband over something crazy, and you was obsessed with murder, and this was your way of trying to do it and get away with it. And for you to act the way you did, it's a good thing they caught you.
911, where's emergency? No, somebody just came in and shot my daughter and my husband. They shot them? What's your Arizona? And what's your? And they shot your husband and your daughter. Are they unconscious? Please, mom, please. She's bleeding out of them. Oh, please. How old is your daughter? She's 10. 10. And where were they shot? In the head. In the head. Should I pick her up since she's not bleeding? No, I want you to leave her where she is, okay? How many people were there? I don't know, ma'am. Okay. I was asleep and I can't even move. I've been shot myself. Okay, where were you shot? I think I'm shot in the leg. I'm not sure, ma'am. Okay. Please hurry. Are you armed? Yeah. Okay, they're coming. Lights and sirens. Okay, they are coming. Ma'am, please hurry. And did you see any of them? No, I didn't. I just got up, ma'am, because they told us that somebody was had escaped jail or something. They want to come in and look at my house, and they just shot my husband, and they shot my daughter, and they shot me. Okay. Oh my God, ma'am! I can't believe this is happening. Yeah, they are coming. Okay. You said that they told your husband that they wanted to come in because there's a escape person. Yes. And that the whole party was surrounded. Where in the house are you? I'm in the kitchen right here, just staring at. Are you with your husband and your daughter? No, I don't even want to look. I have a Suburban in the front, and I have what color is the Suburban? It's black. It's black? It's white. I don't know if they sold it, though. All I could hear is that they were looking for money and they sold other stuff. I don't know why. It looked like they were putting stuff in my house or something. And did it sound like males were talking? There was a male and there was a shorter, fat woman. Okay, now the woman, what did she look like? Was she a Hispanic female? No, she was a white, short woman. Okay. And I have one of their guns here that's left. Okay, don't touch that. Okay, do not touch that. I'm sorry. No, you're fine. And the male, was he also white? Yes. Okay. And then a Mexican came in. So there was a white male, a white female, and a Mexican male? Yes. Okay, they're coming, lights and sirens. We have units in the area, okay, but I want you to stay on the line with me until we have someone with you. We're coming, okay, we are coming. Ma'am, last Saturday I got in a fight with a girl, and I think maybe she has something to do with it. Okay. Now, was there any, drugs mentioned, or were they just looking for money? What were they, I couldn't tell. They just said, hurry up and get what we need. But, we don't have drugs or anything like that in this house. Do you think maybe it was a mistake? Or do your neighbors have anything? I don't know. Okay. The gun that you said they left behind, is that a handgun? It looks like a sawed-off shotgun or something like that. And you didn't touch it, right? No, I can't move. Yeah, that's good. Don't touch it. So as I thought they had left, and I think she came back because they forgot the gun, and I jumped up too. Okay. My husband's always had a gun in the house just in case. And that's good that you know how to use it. Did you hit any of them, or any of them wounded? You know? Oh, ma'am. Was that you shooting that I heard also? No, he was shooting. He was shooting at you, and you don't think you hit any of them? No. Okay. Did you shoot off any rounds from your gun? Yes. Okay. Sound like they have any accents of any kind? Were they speaking like normal English, like you and me? The two first ones came in were speaking English to us, and we were asking what's going on, and they were telling us you don't have the right to ask any questions right now. We need to check your house for this, and this. And my husband's like, why do you have paint on your gun? And that's why they shot him. Okay, we do have units there. Keep me on the line, okay, until there's someone with you. You're sure it's them? I'm sure it's them. My dispatcher just told me that someone's there now. And they have Border Patrol with them, okay? Put your hands up and put the gun down, okay? They're yelling. Put your hands up and put the gun down. I can't get up. No, you don't have to get up. What I want you to do is I want you to put the gun down. Okay. Put it away from you. So I'm in here, sir. I'm in here. Tell them you can't move. I'm in the kitchen on 911, sir. I'm right here, and there's the gun. Is he with you? Yeah, he's with me. Okay, I'll let you go. Okay. All right, bye-bye.
In May 2009, in Pima County, Arizona, a family was shot and 2 died after 3 persons broke in to rob them. The husband and 9-year-old daughter were killed, but the mother survived, managed to shoot one suspect, and then dialed 911. At one point on the tape, the woman is confronted by the suspects, and there is the sound of gunfire. Gonzalez had the misfortune to witness the death of her daughter and husband at the hands of the Minutemen American Defense, a far-right vigilante group. The group had come to their home hoping to rob them of drug money, as they suspected the father, Raul Jr. Flores, to be part of a Mexican drug ring. Gina later offered a terrifying testimony in court. The 3 murderers came in dressed in camo, pretending to be part of law enforcement looking for prison escapees. Flores let them enter, and they started shooting at the family, sparing no one. Ultimately, the leader of the Minutemen, Shauna Ford, was identified as one of the murderers and sentenced to death on February 11, 2011. She is one of 3 women out of 116 inmates on Arizona's death row. Her 2 accomplices, Jason Eugene Bush and Albert Gaxiola, were sentenced to death and to life without parole.